All right, so in this video, I want to talk about what being in the friend zone actually means, because it's not what you think. A lot of guys out there believe that it's just about this one specific girl, and maybe they didn't say the right thing or they've been waiting too long to make a move, but there's something deeper happening that nobody talks about. And once you understand it, you'll never waste time trying to escape the friend zone again. So let me start with something I see all the time on coaching calls with guys, because what usually happens is a guy will come to me and tell me about this girl he likes and how they talk all the time, how she's really friendly toward him, and he views her as being the perfect blend of beauty and brains. Not only is she beautiful, but there's just something about her personality that has got this dude in a trance of sorts, but she just sees him as a friend. So then he asked me, what specific steps does he need to take to get out of the friend zone with this girl? What can he do that will completely shift the tides in his favor and have her change her mind and finally see him as a sexual interest that swoons her? But here's the thing, and I'm going to tell you what I tell guys like that. Being in the friend zone isn't just about that one girl not being attracted to you. It's actually a signal about how women perceive you in general. So let me explain a bit more what I mean by that, because it's not obvious to most guys. When you find yourself being friend zoned by women, it should be a red alert to you, because it means two crucial things. The first one should be obvious, and that's this specific girl just isn't attracted to you, or else you wouldn't have ended up in the friend zone to start with. But more importantly, it means that women in general aren't seeing you as a sexual being or a sexual option. In other words, women aren't viewing you through the lens of potential attraction. You're not sexually attractive for one reason or another, and you're not polarizing because of it. You're hoping to make a good impression, but you're actually making no impression at all. So think about it. Have you noticed how some guys just naturally get treated differently by women? They don't even have to do anything specific. Women just interact with them differently from the start because they see them as sexually attractive men. There's an underlying tension and that spark of possibility. And these guys don't end up in friend zones with women because women see them as sexual beings from day one. It's not even a consideration to friend zone these guys because of that sexually attractive aura and presence, which comes from a combination of your look and overall charisma. And even if the guy is not that girl's type per se, there's still just a certain polarity that guys like that operate with, to where women won't even consider putting them in the friend zone. Meanwhile, other guys could bend over backwards trying to create attraction, but women have already mentally placed them in the friend category and they're invisible. This is why all that advice about getting out of the friend zone is missing the point entirely. The friend zone isn't a prison that you need to escape. It's a signal that you need to pay attention to, that you need to change some things because what you're doing isn't working. Not only with that one girl that you're stuck on, but with women in general. When you're constantly ending up in the friend zone, it's not because you're not trying hard enough with these specific women, or that you need to learn some special magical game tactic that's just going to change everything. You're not emitting any sexual polarity or creating any sexual desire in the woman, and that can be because of your look, the way you act, or a combination of both, which is usually the case. This is why trying to escape the friend zone with any specific girl is just typically a waste of time. You're treating the symptom instead of the cause. You're not focusing on where the problem actually lies. And if you were a salesman who wasn't getting any sales, would you really think that the solution is just to push harder with one specific customer, or reevaluate the product and your ability to sell? And having women see you as just a friend is the same way. It's not about this one girl. It's about your overall ability to create and maintain attraction with women and to be seen as a sexually attractive man in the first place. And here's where guys usually get it wrong. They keep thinking if they just keep being there for her, doing nice things for her, being supportive, and keep showing what a great guy they are, eventually she's going to have an epiphany one day and realize what she's missing out on. Or if they can just find the right videos on YouTube, they'll finally figure out that missing piece that will bring it all together and have this girl seeing them as her best option. By hanging around her and hoping that she'll just change her mind, or that you'll find the magical solution, all you're doing is showing that you're just fine receiving breadcrumbs of attention and spinning your wheels. And when you do that, that only cements her view of you as a non-sexual option. And you know what's really the worst part of all of this is that a lot of guys are going to hear what I'm saying here, but they'll still say something like, okay, I hear you, but I still want to give it another shot with this girl. And how do I know that? Well, it's because guys say it when speaking to me one-on-one. Some of you guys out there just simply refuse to accept reality for what it is, and it's keeping you stuck in a situation where you just go to work, maybe hit the gym for an hour, then head home, jerk it before bed, and you just keep doing that because you don't have any consistent options outside of this one girl that you're trying to win over. So you're just constantly going through life missing the larger signal that's right in front of you. So what's the solution then, or what should you be doing instead? Well, the first step is the obvious one. You need to uproot this idea in your head that getting out of the friend zone is even a worthy pursuit, because it's not. It is just pure foolishness, and it's just a signal to forget about that girl and move on to find better options. And this step is harder than you think too, because some of you guys are absolutely locked into this belief system that it's possible to override the category that this woman has put you in, but it's not going to happen, so you have to let it go. Your time is better spent cultivating new options than wasting time trying to win over this one girl who isn't reciprocating interest in the first place. That's a losing man's game, so you have to stop playing it. And the second step is to start focusing on developing the traits and presence that naturally creates attraction with women in general. This means optimizing your look and becoming more sexually appealing to women. A woman should be able to look at you and think, damn, that guy could blow my back out. And I'm not joking either. That literally needs to be the feeling that the girl gets on some level. If you overhaul your look, you'll see exactly what I mean and how literal this is. Because women will start looking at you through an entirely different lens, but your look isn't enough either. You need to also talk to way more women on a regular basis and start to gain an understanding of how to create tension and sexual tension instead of just comfort. Because right now you're just the comfortable nice guy friend to girls. Instead, you need to learn how to show clear intention from the start and develop genuine confidence in your sexuality and masculinity, and be willing to risk rejection instead of just settling for this pussified safe zone where you're better safe than sorry. Because here's the truth, when you develop these qualities, you will naturally stop ending up in the friend zone. Women will start responding to you differently from the first interaction. You're not even in consideration for being a friend because you'll be sexually attractive and sexually polarizing to the women who have interest in you, and if you don't pull that girl for whatever reason, keeping you as a friend won't be an option either, because other guys will be jealous of you and you'll feel like a threat. Women only intentionally friendzone guys who aren't a threat. It's the type of guy who they know will sit there and be a good little boy for when they feel like feeding him some scraps from the table every now and then. Meanwhile, the guy they're actually interested in won't be jealous or feel threatened by that guy, because he knows that the guy in the friend zone isn't sexually appealing to start with, and he knows that guy just isn't a sexual option to women in general. And that may sound harsh in a way, but it's just the truth, and that's how it works. Other guys aren't cool at all with you being friends with their girl when they know that you're really that guy. And that's because they know there's a chance that their girl could hook up with you behind their back, or that you could take their girl from them, so they aren't cool with it. And they know that their girl has an attraction to you because you are attractive in general. So that's the thing. When you're seen as a sexually attractive and appealing option, both men and women see it, and it has a polarizing effect. Women don't put you in this platonic category where you're just their nice little buddy, because when you're sexually attractive, that's not even a thought unless it's a strategic way to try and line you up as the guy to cheat with, but that's another subject entirely. And you won't be receiving the same typical friend zone treatment in that scenario to where the girl is turned off by you. It's entirely different when a girl is keeping you around as the guy to cheat with. But the other thing is to actually accept the reality that attraction cannot be negotiated. By trying to win a girl over and get out of the friend zone, you're essentially saying that attraction can be negotiated, and if you just say or do the right thing, it's going to light the fire of attraction in this one girl, and then everything will change. But that's not how it works, and she's just not attracted to you. So you have to accept it, get better from it, and move on, and understand that the bigger problem is you need options with women in general. You need more dates, man. You need to broaden your horizons, because it's a big world out here with plenty of women, and you don't want to be with a chick that you had to convince to like you in the first place. A relationship or even a casual situation with a girl like that is going to be a nightmare versus a girl who genuinely desires you. So stop banging your head against the same door, hoping that it will eventually open, and instead become a better option overall and reap the benefits of that. So the next time you find yourself in a situation where a woman says, let's just be friends, don't ask yourself how to get this one girl to like you. Ask yourself what it says about how you show up around women in general, because the friend zone is not a prison to escape. It's a call for you to wake up and to become that guy for real. Now, if you're ready to develop these traits that naturally attract women and you want to fast track this entire process, then be sure to click the first link in the description to fill out an application to work with me directly, so we can identify your blind spots and build you an abundant dating life where you attract the women who have genuine desire for you from day one, instead of ending up in the dreaded friend zone yet again and wasting your time on low interest women. And with that said, I will see you in the next one.